So when I say Brazilian Carnival, what's the first thing that pops into your head? I bet it's the giant parades, the incredible costumes, the music that just never stops, right? Well, you're not wrong, but that's really just scratching the surface. In this explainer, we're going to peel back the layers and get to the real heart of what Carnival is all about. First off, let's just try to get our heads around the sheer scale of this thing. We're not talking about a block party. We're talking about millions, and I mean millions of people. Locals, tourists, everybody pours into the streets. It's like the entire country transforms into one giant celebration. Honestly, the number of people is just staggering. And when you see something on that scale, you have to ask, right? Is this whole thing just for fun, or is there something more going on beneath all the glitter and the rhythm? That's exactly what we're here to find out. What is the real purpose behind the world's biggest party? Okay, so let's start with the part we all know and love, the absolute spectacle. I mean, it is a complete sensory overload in the best way possible. It's an explosion of sound, of dance, of color. And this all goes down in the days leading up to Lent. It's kind of like this one last, huge, collective roar of joy and expression. For a few days, the normal rules just don't apply. The cities become these massive stages, and the streets belong to the people. And here's the cool part. Carnival isn't just one single thing. On the one hand, you've got those famous, super polished parades and arenas like the Sambadrome. But at the very same time, you've got these wild, spontaneous street parties called blocos, just taking over neighborhoods, plus all these other unique local festivities. It's happening everywhere, all at once. Now, all of that amazing energy might look like pure, beautiful chaos. But actually, it's the result of some serious organization. And the engine behind it all? The legendary Samba schools. So who are these masterminds anyway? I mean, who dedicates an entire year to planning what is essentially a few days of partying? Well, the answer is these incredibly important community groups. And this is maybe the biggest takeaway. A samba school is not a school where you go to take lessons. Forget that idea. Think of it as the social and creative engine of a whole neighborhood. It's a community-based organization that drives all the creativity for Carnival. And just look at who's involved. It's a true collective. You've got musicians, dancers, designers, welders, seamstresses, and just tons and tons of volunteers. They all come together all year long to build this one incredible performance. It's a massive collaborative effort. Okay, so all that year-long work kind of tells you something, doesn't it? This is where we get to the real soul of Carnival. For the people inside these schools, this is about so much more than just putting on a great show for tourists. This chart really nails it. There are two completely different ways to see Carnival. For the outside world, it's a jaw-dropping spectacle, right? An epic party. But for the community, it's a powerful statement of who they are. It's a source of belonging. It's a total expression of pride. Two sides of the same coin. And this quote just says it all. For many participants, membership in a samba school offers identity and belonging. Think about that. It's not just a hobby, it's a core part of who you are. It gives you a team, a family, a shared mission. That's incredibly powerful. And that purpose, that mission, goes even deeper. Because these parades, they aren't just pretty to look at. They are powerful platforms. They're designed to tell stories and make big statements that the whole country will see. Now, the key to unlocking this is a word you've got to know, enredo. Every single parade has one. The enredo is the central theme, the storyline. It's the narrative that connects every costume, every float, every single note of the music. It's the story they're trying to tell. So check out how this works. First, the school picks a theme, often something with real historical or political significance. Then, they spend an entire year designing everything to bring that story to life. And then they perform it for millions in a Sambadrome. And that's when it just explodes into a national conversation, sparking debates all over Brazil. And they often use this massive stage to tell the stories that maybe don't get told in the official history books. They celebrate Afro-Brazilian heritage, they shine a light on forgotten historical figures, and they tackle tough social and political issues head-on. Carnival becomes a voice for people who aren't always heard. So as you can see, this isn't some old tradition that's stuck in the past. Carnival is a living, breathing cultural force. It's constantly evolving, trying to balance its rich history with all the complexities and challenges of the modern world. And if you look at its roots, you see this amazing mix. It's got bits of early European festivals from the Portuguese, blended with the powerful music and rhythms brought by enslaved Africans, all layered with unique indigenous customs. It's a true reflection of Brazil's own complex story. So if you boil it all down, Carnival really stands on three main pillars. You've got the incredible artistry of it all, the deep sense of community that builds it, and the powerful social commentary it delivers. The real magic happens where all three of those things come together. Of course, it's not always easy. An event this big has huge challenges. You're trying to keep millions of people safe, you're dealing with the massive economic pressures of tourism, and you're trying to make sure the artists and workers who create everything are treated fairly. It's a really tricky balancing act. But despite all those challenges, Carnival keeps going. It's still this living, breathing cultural event that's always changing and adapting. It proves year after year that it is so much more than just a party. So that leaves us with one last thought. The next time you see any big public celebration, a parade, a festival, whatever it is, I want you to look a little closer. Ask yourself, what's the real story being told here? What community is this for? Because if there's one thing Carnival teaches us, it's that sometimes the world's biggest parties are also its most powerful stages.